Ever felt buried under just a mountain of daily tasks?
Okay.
That constant juggling act, getting leads, handling marketing, just trying to keep operations from, well, turning into total chaos.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot. It's a pretty common feeling for business owners, I think, big or small.
For sure. It really is.
But what if there was this sort of invisible AI helper quietly working behind the scenes, tackling those exact headaches for you?
Well, welcome to the deep dive. Today, our mission is really just to explore the source material we found. 8 AI automation workflows to fix business headaches.
Right.
We're going to dive into how artificial intelligence, AI, isn't just some abstract thing for like tech giants anymore.
Yeah, it feels more practical now.
It's becoming this really practical, calm, and kind of curious solution for everyday business challenges, stuff you might be facing right now.
Exactly. And we'll unpack specific ways AI automation can directly tackle those persistent pain points, finding new customers,
The big one.
marketing effectively, and bringing some much needed order to daily operations.
And then we'll talk about like the ideal first step for you maybe, and some, honest advice on how to approach this whole new world.
Okay, so let's set the scene. It's just past noon, maybe a typical Wednesday. City's buzzing.
Right. Usual rhythm.
Yeah.
Cars, bikes, cafes are busy serving lunch. And inside, well, countless small businesses. Owners are juggling like a dozen different things at once.
And if you could peek inside, you'd probably see a familiar story, right? Like there's Lauren, she owns a coffee shop. She's amazing with the espresso machine.
A true artist.
But she spends her afternoons wrestling with spreadsheets, trying to manage inventory, and she knows she should post on social media.
Yeah, everyone tells her that.
But designing a graphic, writing a caption after a long day, it just feels impossible sometimes.
Totally. And a few streets over, maybe there's Michael, the marketing consultant. Brilliant at strategy. Clients love his ideas.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, look at his schedule. He probably spends nearly half his day just stuck in his email inbox.
Oh, man.
Yeah, manually sorting messages, sending the same replies over and over, trying to make sure nothing important gets lost. He feels more like a secretary than the expert he is,
Yeah,
It's exhausting just thinking about it.
it really is. And then across town, you've got Tommy. Runs a busy home repair service. Team's fantastic, booked solid, which is great.
Sounds good.
But the problem is they're so busy that when a new customer calls or fills out the website form, it might be hours before anyone gets back to them.
Oof. Yeah, that's tough.
So Tommy checks his phone between jobs, sees a missed call, dials back, and hears those words, "Oh, sorry, I already found someone." Ugh.
That's got to sting. Every single time.
Yeah, every missed opportunity is just this fresh wave of frustration.
What's really interesting here, though, is that these owners, like Lon, Michael, Tommy, they're passionate, hardworking, really good at what they do.
Absolutely skilled people.
But they're often held back by this mountain of small, repetitive, time-consuming tasks. And these tasks, they're like perfect candidates for AI automation.
Right.
Think of it like building simple, automated digital assistants. They just handle these predictable, repetitive jobs for you.
So an AI automation specialist, they're not fixing pipes or pouring coffee, right? They're building these like invisible helpers.
Yeah, exactly.
Helpers that can automatically send warm, personalized messages or write blog posts while the owner sleeps or make sure Tommy's phone rings with a live customer like moments after they reach out.
Yeah. It's not sci-fi anymore. This is the practical work they do.
And these aren't just clever tech tricks then.
No, not at all. They're powerful solutions. They directly address those 3 really big headaches every business owner knows.
Yeah.
Finding customers, marketing effectively, and just bringing order to the internal chaos.
Right.
It's about turning that daily grind into something calmer, more productive, a better flow.
So what's the core promise here? What do these invisible helpers really offer a business owner?
Basically, they transform daily chaos into calm, and they boost customer connections and visibility. Simple as that.
Okay, let's dive into that first core headache then. Where will my next customer come from? The timeless question, right?
Keeps every entrepreneur up at night.
Yeah.
Finding that steady, predictable stream of new customers, leads. It's the lifeblood. Keeps the company alive, helps it grow.
So let's look at this idea, the automatic handshake.
Right. Picture Tommy again. Okay. He's up on a ladder, fixing some wiring. His phone buzzes email notification from his website. New lead.
But he can't answer. He's working.
Exactly. Can't answer right then. An hour later, maybe a lunch break, he opens the email, calls the number, and the person just says, kind of shrugging, you can almost hear it. "Oh, we needed someone right away, so we just called the next company on the list. Thanks anyway."
Ugh. That's deep frustration right there. Lost business.
But with this automation, the moment someone fills out that contact form,
Yeah.
boom, an automated process kicks in. Within like 60 seconds, a system, maybe something like Go High Level, automatically calls Tommy's phone. He picks up, and this automated voice says something like, "You have a new lead for plumbing services. Press 1 to connect now."
Okay.
He presses 1, and the system instantly dials the customer.
So the customer's phone rings just moments after they hit submit.
Yeah. It feels impossibly fast, right? Like
Yeah.
amazing service. And get this, if Tommy can't answer for some reason,
Okay, what happens then?
the AI automation immediately sends a personalized text, maybe via Telegram. Something like, "Hey, first name is Tommy from City Home Repairs. Saw you filled out the form. I'm on a job right now, but would love to help. Free to chat in about 15 months.
Nice. Personal touch.
And at the same time, a friendly follow-up email goes out. Thanks them, gives a link to his online calendar maybe.
The impact seems obvious.
Totally clear.
Yeah.
Contacting a new lead within 5 minutes, it can dramatically increase conversion rates. Tommy actually said, "This system paid for itself in the first week." Yeah. "I'm no longer losing customers while I'm on the job. It's truly transformative." And this uses tools like maybe? ChatGPT for the personalization, Google Sheets
Yeah.
to manage the data.
So what's the biggest shift for a business when leads get handled like this?
Every potential customer gets immediate personal attention. No more lost opportunities.
Okay, that makes sense. Now let's look at the smart outreach system.
Right. Think about Michael again, our marketing consultant. He knows his ideal clients are, say, chief marketing officers at growing tech companies.
Okay, specific target.
Yeah. So each morning, he spends maybe a couple of hours just manually searching LinkedIn, trying to find people who fit. Then another hour, trying to write an email that doesn't sound totally generic.
That sounds draining.
It is. Most days, he's so tired from just doing that, he only sends a few messages. Feels like shouting into the wind. And, full disclosure, I still wrestle with prompt drift myself sometimes. Making sure those initial AI-generated messages truly resonate, that they don't start sounding, slightly off. It's a real challenge sometimes. Needs careful watching.
Right, keeping the AI on track. But with this automation, the system becomes his, tireless research assistant.
Exactly. It connects to professional databases, maybe Apollo or LinkedIn Sales Navigator. And every day, it finds a fresh list of people who perfectly match Michael's criteria.
Okay, finds the people. Then what?
Then the system does the homework, as the source puts it. It automatically visits the public LinkedIn profile of each person. Looks for interesting details, maybe a new article they published or a company product launch. It's smart observation, not just scraping data.
Okay, finding hooks.
Finding hooks. Then, using an AI model like ChatGPT, it drafts a thoughtful outreach message. Not generic, something specific like, "Hi, David, I saw your company just launched its new app. Had a few thoughts on how content strategy could support that."
Yeah, much better than a template.
Way better. And the system, maybe orchestrated by something like make.com, sends this personalized message via email or LinkedIn connection request. Michael doesn't have to manually do any of that.
The impacts.
It transforms cold outreach, saves Michael probably over 10 hours of that mind-numbing manual work every week. And more importantly, because the messages are genuinely personal and relevant, his response rate could triple. It's a total game changer for his lead gen.
How does this fundamentally change how professionals connect with new clients then?
It turns cold outreach into a targeted, high-return strategy and saves massive amounts of time.
All right, let's shift gears. Headache number 2. How does the world find out about me?
Visibility, right?
Yep. You can be the best, but if no one knows you exist.
It's tough. Content creation, social media, they're essential today, but man, they take up so much time for small businesses.
Let's go back to Lon, the coffee shop owner. She heard having a blog about local coffee culture could attract customers, help her Google ranking.
Makes sense.
She tried it. Took her an entire weekend just to research and write one article.
Oh, wow. A whole weekend.
Yeah. Published maybe 2 posts, then just gave up, exhausted. Her blog's been silent for months now. It's a common story, isn't it?
So common. But check this out. The automatic blog writer. It becomes like her in-house content team.
How's that work?
Well, it starts with a human, maybe Lon or someone helping her, using an SEO tool like SEMrush to find good keyword ideas, like best dark roast coffee.
Okay.
Once a keyword is approved, maybe just by clicking a button next to it in a Google Sheet, the automation takes over.
The system writes it.
Pretty much. A platform like make.com might use ChatGPT to generate the article's structure, SEO title, headings, all that. Then it writes a helpful article. maybe about coffee roast nuances.
And it goes straight to our website.
It gets sent automatically to her WordPress site as a draft, even with suggested images sometimes. All Lon has to do is give you a quick read, add her own flair if she wants, and hit publish.
That sounds incredibly efficient.
It is the impact. Lon can now publish a new, helpful article every single week in the time it used to take her to write, like one paragraph.
Wow.
Over a year, think about that. She builds this valuable library of content, working for her 24/7, attracting new coffee lovers right to her shop.
What's the key advantage here for small businesses with content?
Consistent, high-quality content becomes effortless, and that boosts their online presence massively.
Okay, so Lon publishes her awesome new blog post. Great. But now she needs to promote it.
Right. The grind continues. She opens Instagram, creates a post, then Facebook, writes something slightly different. Then maybe LinkedIn.
An hour later.
Exactly. An hour's gone. She's sick of looking at screens. We've all been there, right?
Definitely.
That's where the social media megaphone automation comes in handy. The moment her blog post goes live, this megaphone wakes up.
What does it do?
It analyzes the article, uses AI, maybe ChatGPT or Anthropic, to write like 5 different social media posts about it.
Tailored for each platform.
Yeah. Short, punchy question for X, maybe a nice image with a story for Instagram, more detail for Facebook. Each one fits the platform.
Does she have to post them all?
Nope. She gets a single notification with all the suggestions. She just approves them with one click. And the system, probably using make.com again, schedules them to post across all her channels over the next few days.
Okay, that's powerful.
Huge impact. It multiplies her effort. That one blog post becomes a whole week of diverse marketing content. Drives traffic, keeps her feeds active, all with maybe 5 minutes of her time. It's like marketing magic.
So how does this automation amplify a business's social media reach?
One piece of content fuels a consistent, multi-platform social media presence.
Yeah.
Effortlessly.
Okay, one more for visibility. The never-ending idea machine.
This one's cool. Imagine a young creator wants to start a TikTok channel about baking.
Okay.
Spends a week filming and editing this complex cake recipe he loves. Posts it. Crickets. Very few views. He's bummed out. Feels like he's just guessing what people actually want.
That's got to be discouraging.
Totally. So this system becomes his personal market research analyst. He sets it up to scan TikTok every day for new baking videos.
Just finds videos.
Not just finds them. It analyzes their performance. It looks for videos with a huge number of views compared to the creator subscriber count.
Ah, why that ratio?
Because that's a sign the topic is super interesting to a broad audience, not just the creator's existing fans. It's hit a nerve.
Okay, smart.
It organizes these findings, maybe in a Google Sheet, shows him clearly that videos about, like, 3-ingredient cookies or no-bake cheesecakes are blowing up.
So he gets a list of proven winners.
Exactly. He can stop guessing and start creating content he knows people are curious about.
Whoa. Imagine having an AI research assistant just constantly scanning the internet, telling you exactly what people are searching for and watching. That's like a crystal ball for content creation.
Right. The impact is huge. Takes the guesswork, the risk, out of content creation. Lets creators and businesses use real data. Dramatically increases the chances their hard work actually pays off. This might use make.com, maybe a web scraper like Apify, and ChatGPT for the analysis part.
What's the biggest gain for creators using the system then?
It empowers data-driven content creation, reduces risk, increases impact. Simple as that. Mid-roll sponsor read.
Okay, so as a business grows, often the internal chaos grows right along with it, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Juggling projects, managing communications, welcoming new clients. It can quickly become this messy full-time job, just keeping things straight.
Which brings us neatly to our third major headache. Why is everything so disorganized?
Yeah. Let's think about May. She founded a small creative agency. She's managing projects using like a mix of email, texts, a shared drive.
All over the place.
Totally. She's constantly asking her team for status updates. Never 100% sure if a client approved a design or if an invoice went out. It sounds like trying to conduct an orchestra where everyone has different sheet music.
That's a good analogy. Stressful. So how does automation help here?
With something often called the business cockpit, it can transform even a simple Google Sheet into a powerful command center.
A Google Sheet.
Yeah. Imagine May has a sheet listing all active projects. The magic is in an action column with clickable buttons. So when a designer finishes a logo, they don't email May. They go to the dashboard, find the project, and click the Ready for Client Review button.
Okay, click the button. Then what?
That one click triggers an automated process. maybe built with NAN and apps script. It could automatically send the client a professional email with the design link,
Nice.
update the project status in the dashboard to awaiting approval, and maybe post a notification in the team chat saying logo for Project X is with the client. It's all connected.
The impact seems like clarity.
Incredible clarity.
Uh-huh.
May sees everything in real time. The team saves hours on admin tasks. They can focus on creative work. Plus, the agency looks incredibly organized and professional to clients. Maybe they even use Go High Level for some client communication parts.
So how does this dashboard transform internal project management?
It offers real-time clarity and streamlines every single project detail.
Okay, let's go back to Michael, our marketing consultant, and his inbox problem.
Ah, yes, the email avalanche. He opens his inbox, 73 new emails, maybe 3 are urgent client things.
And the rest?
Newsletters, spam, receipts, notifications, just noise. Takes him 45 minutes just to clean it up and find the important stuff. That's valuable time just gone.
So frustrating.
This is where the super-powered mail sorter comes in. It's like his personal email butler.
An email butler, I like that.
Yeah. Using maybe NEN and ChatGPT, it sorts and labels emails instantly. Client A, invoice, newsletter, receipt. No more manual sifting through everything.
Does it just label them?
No, it takes intelligent actions too. Emails labeled receipt, automatically forwarded to his accountant's Gmail, newsletters, moved to a read later folder, obvious spam, just delete it.
Okay, that's helpful.
And crucially, maybe it extracts lead info name, email, phone from certain notifications, adds them to his customer list in a Google Sheet, and even triggers that automatic handshake we talked about earlier.
Wow, connecting the systems.
Exactly, the impact. Michael gets hours back each week, and maybe more importantly, his mental energy back. He only sees the urgent stuff. No valuable leads get lost in the noise. He can respond faster. It's a huge shift.
What's the most impactful benefit of this email automation, would you say?
It delivers a perfectly organized inbox, and it prioritizes the key communications and leads automatically.
Okay, last one in the section, the perfect welcome mat.
Right. So the creative agency, they sign a big new client. Everyone's excited.
Good news.
But those first few days can be a bit clumsy, right? Someone has to remember to send the welcome packet. The project manager emails back and forth to schedule the kickoff call. The client needs reminding about the questionnaire.
That first impression might be a bit shaky.
Exactly. It can feel a little disorganized, even if you have good intentions. But the welcome mat automation rolls out the moment a contract is marked. Signed. Instantly, an elegant welcome email goes out. An hour later, maybe a second email with the calendar link for the kickoff. The next day, a gentle reminder about that form. It's all smooth, seamless.
And internally?
Internally, the system may be using make.com and managing tasks in ClickUp has already created a shared Google Drive folder, set up a dedicated team chat channel, assigned initial tasks. It's comprehensive.
The impact there seems clear too.
Yeah, a world-class professional experience for the client, right from day one. And it saves the internal team maybe a dozen manual admin tasks.
Yeah.
Sets a really smooth, efficient tone for the whole project.
So how does this automation elevate client relationships right from the start?
It creates an immediate, seamless, and highly professional first impression. Period.
Okay, seeing all these possibilities. It's exciting, for sure. But I can also see how it might feel a little overwhelming.
Oh, definitely. It's easy to see all this and think, where do I even begin?
Yeah.
You absolutely don't need to master all 8 of these at once.
Right.
The key really is to start with just one. Build it well, see the impact it makes, get that win.
So if someone's wondering where to begin, what's the recommendation?
The answer is almost always the same. Start with the automatic handshake, that instant lead response system.
And why that one specifically?
Well, first, you usually have the clearest, most direct financial benefit. Faster response time equals more sales. Every business owner gets that instantly. You don't need complex spreadsheets to prove its value.
It's tangible.
Very tangible. Second, it solves one of the most painful problems. For service businesses especially, a missed lead is lost money, plain and simple. You're directly fixing their biggest, most urgent financial headache.
Makes sense. Anything else?
Yeah, it's also just a fantastic learning project. Building this system teaches you the fundamental skills you need for almost all other automations.
Like what?
Like how to connect a website form, how to handle customer data, how to integrate different communication tools like email and text. It's the foundation.
So the advice is?
Build this for yourself first. Set up a simple contact form on your own website. Then build the workflow that sends you an instant text and email.
Ah, experience it firsthand.
Exactly. Feeling that instant response yourself. It really shows you the power, gives you the confidence to then show potential clients a real working example. That changes everything.
So just to recap, why is the automatic handshake the ideal starting point?
It offers clear financial return, solves a major pain point, and teaches essential automation skills quickly.
Okay, now as people start down this path, it seems easy to get lost in the tech jargon, the tools.
Very easy. All the different platforms, the AI models. But here's the thing. Your success in this space, it won't ultimately be about how many apps you know or how complex your workflows are.
What will it be about?
How well you can genuinely solve problems for other people. That's it.
So focus on the problems, not the tools.
Exactly. Your future clients. They don't really care about the names of the automation platforms or the specific AI you use. They care about their problems, their frustrations.
So instead of saying, I don't know, I can build you a multi-step workflow in make.com that uses a webhook to trigger a CRM integration.
Yeah, instead of that, try saying something like, I understand how frustrating it must be to lose customers because you're too busy to call back right away.
Okay.
What if I could build a system that made sure you got to talk to every single new lead within a minute? Always, always speak the language of business outcomes, saving time, reducing frustration, increasing sales.
That makes a lot of sense. What else?
Second piece of advice, start simple and build trust. It's tempting, right? To try and sell this huge, complex system that solves all their problems at once.
Yeah, go for the big solution.
Usually a mistake, especially early on. Start with one high-impact automation, like that instant lead response. Nail that one first.
Deliver value, earn trust.
Precisely. Deliver clear, undeniable value. Earn their trust. Then guess what? The clients will be the ones coming back to you asking, okay, that was amazing. What else can you automate for us?
It becomes a natural progression then.
Exactly. And finally, maybe the most important piece of advice. Yeah. Always, always keep a human in the loop.
Explain that. The goal isn't full automation.
The goal of AI automation isn't to remove humans from the process entirely. It's to free them up. Free them up to do what humans do best. Think strategically, build real relationships, make those important judgment calls.
So systems should have human checkpoints.
Absolutely. Automated blog articles, there should be drafts for review, outreach messages. Send them for approval before they go out. That human touch, that oversight, it remains essential.
Got it.
Think of it like this. Your role is to build a really powerful, high-performance car for the business. But the business owner, they should always be in the driver's seat, still in control.
That's a great analogy. So what's the single most important guiding principle here for successful AI automation?
AI supports human excellence. It doesn't replace it.
Okay, let's just quickly revisit our business owners. Picture Lan at her coffee shop, maybe a few months from now. Her blog's updated every week with great stuff about coffee. And she's spending her afternoons actually experimenting with new drinks, not stuck on a spreadsheet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Calmer, more creative.
Yeah. And picture Tommy the plumber, confidently booking his next job on a live call while he's still finishing the current one. No more worry about those missed opportunities.
Huge relief for him, I bet.
And Michael, the marketing consultant, he's spending his days crafting brilliant strategies for clients. His email is just humming along quietly in the background like a silent, efficient assistant.
Calm. Productive. That's the goal, right?
These aren't just like fantasies, though. These are the direct results you can get by applying smart AI automation to real business problems.
Absolutely. And the demand for these solutions, it's immense. It's only growing. And the tools to build them, they're accessible right now. Anyone can learn this stuff.
So the opportunity is really right there, isn't it?
It's right in front of you. The only question, really, is whether you'll take that first step.
So maybe something for you, the listener, to think about. What one invisible helper could transform your biggest business headache starting today? Outro music.